And that's our 500. Okay, so now we're going into our core set. Our mobility set, I mean. Okay, we're gonna start out with a couple of moves. Start in a child's pose. So I want you to come to all fours, widen your knees, bring your toes together, sit your bum back on your heels, as far back as you can get it, lying down, and then walking your hands out. Breathing in and out, slowing down that breathing. As you inhale, expand the back. Expand your ribs. Think expansion. Remember we were talking about expansion. Creeping your fingers forward if you can. Okay, coming up into cat-cow. So all fours, we're going to arch your back. Think about putting your shoulder blades in your pockets. And then up. So breathing in. Putting those shoulder blades in your pocket. Extending your neck and spine. And then breathing out. And really driving your spine up to the ceiling. Thoracic spine mobility is something that I've really struggled with, and so I've been working on, and it's coming along, you guys. This is the thing. Anything that you put effort into consistently is going to improve, and that sounds so obvious, but yeah, we think, oh, you know, my spine doesn't bend anymore, and we just accept that. My feet are stiff and full of arthritis, they just don't bend anymore, and we accept that. I can't get up and down off the floor anymore. We accept that. We need to stop accepting things because there's always things we can be doing. One more each way, okay? One more, really driving the back up. Putting those shoulder blades in the back pockets. Extending the neck, the chin, and back to neutral position. Okay, bringing your right hand up, and then threading the needle, walking that top hand out. As you inhale and exhale through this, just notice where there's stiffness and resistance, right? Like I know there's all kinds of tension in my shoulders and back right now. So I'm focusing my breath and the expansion of my breath inside my body to those areas. Walking the fingers out if you can, deepening it. Pressing up. Just neutralizing for a second by sitting back, coming back into child's pose. And pressing back up. Now you're going to lift the left hand up, twisting and threading through. Mobility is something that you can do a little bit of every single day and see marked improvements. Pressing up. Okay, next one we're going to press into, first of all, we're going to stretch the feet a little bit. I got to warm myself up because my feet are really tight today from standing at a concert last night for so long, wedged in between all these people. I was like, I'm too old for this. Okay. Coming to all fours. All right, pressing up into downwards dog. Trying to press those heels back if you can. And then coming forward into, I think this is called cobra. Okay, extending the spine. Expanding the chest. Bringing those shoulders back and down, and then back. And we're going to do that back and forth about 5 times. Inhale up, chest is up, elongating, stretching out that nice tight core. And then stepping back into downward dog. Pressing back. Each downward dog is getting a little bit deeper for me. Again, this is great for your spine. Trying to press those hips into the ground, but driving the chest out, okay? That's 3, I think, so we've got 2 more. Try not to hunch the shoulders. Last downward dog. Try to press those heels right down this time if you can. Driving your head back towards your feet. And then one last time into cobra. And if this is not what this is called, I'm sorry. Okay, coming back into downward dog. Sorry, child's pose, and then back up. Now we're going to step into a lunge position, stretching out the quad and the hip flexor here. Okay, driving that into the ground, elongating. Remember, the key word here is expansion. Okay, now you're going to sit back into a hamstring stretch. Now, when I first started this, I couldn't even get into this position. Now I'm able to fold forward. If you're not able to fold forward yet, that's okay. You meet yourself where you are. I guarantee you, if you do it regularly, it will get better. I know this because it's gotten better for me. I couldn't even do it on one side. Like I couldn't even do this at all. And now I can fold forward into it. So again, just doing a little bit a day. I'm not somebody who's naturally gifted and flexy. I'm also not horrifically immobile. I'm somewhere in the middle. But with consistent effort, and again, it doesn't have to be long. It can be, I was doing a 5 to 7 minute routine each morning. Okay, we're gonna do one more of each. Okay, one more. I like all these runner's lunges. I know that's not the yoga name, but we're not doing yoga. We're doing mobility. We're gonna actually fully extend this time, really stretching out that hip flexor, driving those hips forward, extending the spine. So think everything long and stretched out. Back down. So again, long spine, you're not curling up. You want to everything, think expansion, extension, big and open and long. Okay, coming back up. Leg comes back and we do the other side. So stepping that other leg forward. Leaning in, pressing down. Make sure the weight is not on your kneecap. Sometimes people tell me this hurts my knee. You could put like a pillow or an extra mat. One of my clients likes to put an extra mat when she does these. But at the end of the day, what you want to try to do is get your weight off your kneecap and above the knee. Now I have had times where, I'm super tight and bound up, we'll call it, that, I haven't been able to put, and that means that something's kind of like at a whack in my knee. This is the side I had an injury on last year, and I couldn't do these at all on this side. And now I can't even tell the difference between the two sides. So the body is always changing. It's always changing. It's a matter of, are you influencing the change, or are you just, riding out the changes that are given to you, right? You have input into how your body changes each day, right? It's either changing for you or against you. The body, if anything, the law of attraction says that everything is always in motion. Like, everything around you is made up of moving particles, essentially, right? That's physics. That's actually just the law of physics. And so if you think of your body being the ultimate in moving cells are always moving, always shifting, always, you know, growing, dying. Okay, last one. You have influence in that process based on what inputs you are providing your body each day, right? So you're not providing good inputs, then the body's moving in such a way, like think of a car careening down the road with no driver versus you getting in the driver's seat and directing the car where you want it to go. That's the difference. Okay, last one. If there's no driver, like you don't know where the car's gonna end up. And probably ultimately it's gonna end up crashing, right? Okay, last one. Okay, we're gonna step up, walking forward, bringing the chest to the quads. So now for you that might look like this. We wanna straighten the legs as much as possible. Again, breathing in, and then we're gonna come up, we're gonna squat down into a squat and bringing your hands up. This might not be easy for you, that's okay. It can only get better. Again, work with where you're at right now. There's times when I'm really good at this, and there's times when I'm really stiff. Somewhere in between today. So we want to feel that stretch all up the back of the legs, and then also I like to breathe into the lower back. And that's when I like trying to get as straight up as possible. Okay, we're going to do one more of each. Okay, back into the squat. And finishing with a hanging ragdoll. Add one more for us today, okay? You're going to step to the side, and you're going to walk down and come into, and again, meet yourself where you're at. It could just be a standing version of this. Like you could just walk back and forth like this, and that's enough, or you can come into the seated. You may find one side is better than the other. I can't remember what side. I think it started on this side. So we're going to do one more on each side. Again, this wasn't one that I was able to do, but I am now. So mobility is something that requires some effort, okay? So we're just gonna back pedal our calves. So stretching one, stretching the other. Flattening them both. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time. All the way up, coming into a slight back bend. Straightening up, going up onto the toes, holding it if you can. Back down. Thanks for joining me. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.